Hey guys, so I wanted to make this video really quickly. The last time I talked to you guys, I think was probably about a month ago, and I was talking to you, sorry about that, about being on Effexor. So this video is kind of a big deal because I officially finished my first bottle of Effexor yesterday, and I'm starting my next one today. So it's venlafaxine hydrochloride extended release capsules. That's what I'm on, but supposedly it's sold under the brand name Effexor. So how has the last month been? I feel like, so it's actually for, it can be described for depression. It's an antidepressant. It is a prescribed for generalized anxiety disorder and the depression. And it's also given to people who have fibromyalgia. So let's talk about it in the order of, it was given to me for fibromyalgia. And I would say I am feeling better. If my body pain was at a 9 on an average day, it's about at a, I would easily say a 5, which is practically like being out of pain when you're so used to being in a lot of pain. I have days that are probably a 3 and a couple of days that it might be a 7, but the average is about a 5, and I feel good about that. I have been starting to walk, which is nice because before, movement was completely out of the possibility. It is helping with my back pain. That was really causing the biggest issues, but that is still there, and that kind of comes and goes as well. So there, that's how it's working for my fibro. Now I'm going to talk to you about depression, which I was diagnosed with in February, and I've just been doing therapy and like counseling for it. But being on the medicine, I think, has helped. I feel like for a couple of weeks I felt almost like numb, and I was like, I don't want to not feel anything. But about a week ago, I felt like my emotions were coming back. They were just coming back much smaller. And I talked to Amber about it, and she was like, that's how it feels, just to have a normal, healthy relationship with your emotions. So your ups aren't like so high that you can't focus, and your lows aren't so low that you feel like it's all burning down. So I guess that's a good thing. That makes me happy. Then as far as an anxiety, generalized anxiety disorder, which I feel like I've dealt with for about a decade maybe, but it got worse this past year. I would say it's been pretty effective. Like, it's been the happiest side effect because I still have the anxious thoughts and the reoccurring thoughts, but I'm able to like put them to bed and to go like, that's irrational, let it go. And to like push myself out of my comfort zone a whole lot more than I was able to before. Where are my concerns right now? My concerns are, I have been put on treatments before where like I was on Wellbutrin, and I did amazing on Wellbutrin. I loved it. I felt good. I was happy and exercising, and everything was going well. And then one day it just was like a switch flipped, and I was like psychotic. Like, I was so scared. Like, I felt like I was being chased. I felt like I was being watched. I started to have like a psychotic break, and the doctor was like, okay, that can be a side effect. We need to take you off. So there's this part of me that's worried because I'm doing so well on this. I'm like, oh my gosh, what if? But I'm really trying not to think like that, and I'm really trying to just embrace it. I've talked to Amber. I talked to her very honestly about how I'm feeling like every day, just so that she can watch out for flags, and we're both paying attention and working on it. So that feels pretty good. It's pretty neat to have things starting to look up. I also am making this video because it is a significant day today. It is my brother's birthday, and this is the first birthday since he died in December. So it is an emotional, rough day, and I do think that the medicine does shrink some serious emotions that should be serious. But I mean, last night I was feeling pretty, I've been more emotional over the last week than I have been in a little while. I knew this day was coming. I knew I was kind of concerned about it. So I don't know. I had Amber take off just because I didn't want to be by myself, and I made a tattoo appointment. My brother had written me a letter, and at one point it says I love you, and so I got that tattooed on me. I don't know how to, I'll show it to you guys, but so that feels pretty good to like have gotten that. My brother and I, first of all, I have 4 tattoos, 5 now. I got one after my heart was totally ripped out and broken. Got another one after my heart was totally ripped out and broken. I got one after Katrina, and I got one that I had been planning to get with a friend of mine because she didn't want to do it alone. So for the most part, I get tattoos when my heart is hurting and when I need to take that emotional pain and translate it into physical pain, because I know how to deal with physical pain. So I felt like this tattoo that I have right here, it's a crap tattoo, but I got it with my brother right after Katrina. We were just like in a state of shock and in the middle of Mississippi, in Podunk, Mississippi, and it was like, what should we do? And he was like, let's go get a tattoo. And I was like, down for it, let's go. So it felt kind of right. I felt like if, let's say, we had lost a different family member and we were mourning together, it would have been like what should we do for their birthday? Let's go get a tattoo. Okay, let's go do it. So that's what we did, what I did. And it was very good. It was good for me. The tattoo artist was amazing. I cried, I bawled my eyes out, not because it hurt. It didn't hurt at all. It was actually fantastic, but just because of the emotions behind it and the connection to it, and it came out so good. It's his handwriting. I was really worried it wouldn't look like his handwriting, but it does. It looks like he scribbled on me with an ink pen, and I love it. I love it. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. And I am also going to I think make a tradition. I have a bunch of his sketchbooks and a lot of the art that he's made, and I'm going to make a tradition of probably building this arm aside from the tattoo that we got together. It has no tattoos. Now it has his handwriting, but I think that this arm is going to be basically a memorial sleeve, so I'm kind of happy with that. The plan was always to sleeve at least the top half of it, so that works. But that's my update. I'm doing pretty good. I'm looking forward to being on this medicine for 2 months and seeing how much better it can get. And I go back to my doctor on Monday, so I will give you another update then.